So why don't we start with you, Gerard? What is your best bet for this week?
Yeah, for this card, I'm probably not gonna bet too much, but one play that I do have is a two-leg parlay of Abus Magomedov and Melissa Gatto.
Interesting. And so that two-leg parlay is a minus 126.
Yeah.
In terms of unitizing, is it, just the standard 1.26 units to win one unit, Gerard?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Okay. So why don't we talk about the first leg, Abus Magomedov? Why do you have him as, one of your locks in your two-leg parlay?
So for Abus, if you look at his past few fights, I mean, he's looked competitive against quality opponents, and he's been on a tear before facing Sean Strickland and Kyle. And in the Kyle fight, he showed that he was starting to manage his cardio a little bit better, but Kyle was just too much in the end in that fight. And as for Warlley, I just haven't been impressed in the L's that Warlley has been taking. He hasn't really impressed me in those fights. Abus, at least he looked competitive and decent in the Sean Strickland and the Kyle fight. Warlley, I think he's going to get outgunned in this fight. I think the striking and the length may be too much, especially early on against Abus. And yeah, I think Abus is just live for a finish here.
So what's interesting is that, I'm on fight odds right now, and Abus opened up as a minus 475 favorite. Since then, he is now a minus 285. So, Gerard, why do you think there's so much action on the dog in this fight, Alves?
I think people are looking at like the cardio issue if this were to push past the first round. And if Alves were to implement a more grappling heavy game plan to get Magomedov tired and throw him off his striking game in the stand up. But I mean, it's hard for me not to see Abus kind of bounce back from his past two L's, and Alves hasn't really been impressing me in any of his losses. So that's why I have Abus in this one with the upside.
Got it. And I guess James will ask you to like any thoughts on Gerard's pick, whether you like it or you're kind of staying away from this one.
I like the Gatto leg. I do think that she's the much better fighter than Vidal. Just
Mhm.
a little bit wary on Abus. I mean, after my Robelis to Spain pick, I think I'm good on, backing anybody that has a few minutes of cardio. But I can see why Gerard is fading Warlley Alves. I was doing the same thing with Waldo Cortez Acosta, but I mean, I think Warley's a much better fade this week. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think it should hit, but I'm personally probably not going to do it. But I like it.
yeah.
Yeah.